Hello, FCS 2250 computer application students. The university has given you a gift to allow you to download and use Office 2016 as well as Office 365 on different mobile devices for as long as you're a student. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and download that because we will be using Office 2016 for our class. I want to make sure everybody is using the same software, so that way if there's ever any question, we can access that information together. So to begin, I want you to go down to your software downloads. Now, if you don't see any software to download, it may be that your software downloads is collapsed. It may look like this. So go ahead and restore that by using this option here. So with that, I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to look for my Microsoft Office 365 Pro Plus and Office Home Use program. So I'm going to click on that and we're going to choose our very first option, Office 365 Pro Plus. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that. With that said, the first thing I want to do is bring your attention down to the help and support. I will not be your help and support to install this software, but we have a great tech team at Western that can really help you out. Those guys and gals really are patient with you and help work through any of your problems. And you can see their phone number here, email here, and a trouble ticket that you can submit there. So I'm going to go ahead and click back. And before I go too far, I just want to let you know I personally am using Windows 8 as my operating system. I am using Windows. So if you're using Mac, yours may be different. You're probably pretty Mac literate. You can go ahead and get those things taken care of. I'm also using Google Chrome as my browser, just an FYI. Now, before we click on our Office 365 login, I want you to be aware of this. Log in using your BroncoNet ID along with your @wmich.edu. So it's not your email, but it's a hybrid of your NetID and your email. So if you look at mine, mine is B4Lang, that is my BroncoNet ID, and then obviously @wmich.edu, and I can just use my same password that I use to get into GoWMU and sign in. So once we get there, I'm going to go ahead and pause this because sometimes it takes a little while for my system to get logged in. All right, I'm back. So finally it has loaded up and you can see that I'm on my Western Exchange powered by Office 365. And good afternoon, Bradley. Well, good afternoon. And they have all sorts of different things that you guys can click on to learn a little bit more about, as well as some items down here. If you're interested in those, please go ahead and take some time to look at those items. But what I want to do is I want to install Office 2016. So I'm going to come in the upper right-hand corner and go ahead and click on that. Now, if you notice in the bottom left-hand corner of my screen, I have a download here. Again, I'm using Google Chrome. That's where my downloads go. So if you're using a different browser, go ahead and find that location there. So, and it kind of gives you some instructions here. Just a few more steps. Click Run, say yes, stay online, yada yada. So, as it says here, downloading all of Office may take a while, so I may be pausing this video here and there. So let's go ahead and then click on the setup down in the bottom left-hand corner, and it's getting things ready. Sounds good to me, and we'll just be patient. If it starts taking too long, I may pause the video again, but it looks like things are kind of moving at a faster pace. We're getting some things ready. I am going to pause this here, and I'll be back in a second. All right, as you can see, it tells me now that I'm installing Office. We'll be done in just a moment, so some things are working. Again, I'm just going to pause this because it may take a while. Depending on your processing speed of your computer, your RAM and stuff like that, it may take a little bit. Now, I just want to give you this actual information before I pause this again. Before I went to install this, I got a warning that popped up saying I have Office 2013 installed on my computer. You must uninstall that before we can reinstall Office 2016 or install 2016. So if that comes up for you and if you're not comfortable with uninstalling a program, again, the help desk, those guys and gals are great. They can help you with that. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, as all my icons have loaded up on the screen, it's still installing Office. I just want to bring this to your attention. You can see that we have all of the software applications that we need for this class. We have Microsoft Word. You go ahead and put my mouse over that. Excel, PowerPoint, and Access. Now, I've been told by Mac users that Macs do not have access to Microsoft Access databases. We will be using that. So if you are a Mac user, you are going to have to find different means to complete that part of the class. So if you need to go and find a Windows-based machine, please do. And make sure that you are vigilant of that right from the beginning. You may want to look through as we go through our orientation, when will access be due? Put a note on your calendar to remind you that you will need to find alternative means for that. But it also has some other great software: Outlook, OneNote, Publisher, Skype for Business, and OneDrive for Business. Go ahead and spend some time. I highly recommend diving into those programs as well. They have great tutorials on Microsoft's website about those softwares, so spend some time doing that. And I'm going to pause this, and I'll be back when it's done installing. Alright, as it says here, you are all set. Office is installed now. Just to let you know, it took about 10 minutes or so to load on my computer, so be patient and all that good stuff. And here we go. So I'm going to make sure it has installed. I'm going to click on my Windows, and 2 new apps installed. Well, I hope I have more than 2, but we'll see. And in the O's, there's my OneDrive, there's my Skype. Let me go ahead and try to find my Microsoft Office 2016. Well, I hope it's on here. Let me go ahead and see. There it is right here, my Microsoft Office tools. Well, there's some tools. Let's see what we can find. So let me go ahead and scroll over a little more and see where my Microsoft Word is and all of those things. And well, here I see PowerPoint there. So there's my Word 16. All right, so I apologize for that. It took me a little longer than I thought, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose Pen from Start. Well, it looks like I might have it on my Start window. I had my 2013. Maybe it automatically put that on my Start window. And yes, there it is. Those are the ones that I use, and so it knew that. So if you want to put those on your Start menu, again, just find the program that you want. For example, I don't have this one on my Start menu. I can right click and choose Pen to Start. What that's going to do is it's going to bring it onto my Start window, and I can maybe put that into my Microsoft Office location. So I definitely want these 4 programs on your desktop or your Start window. I would suggest to. You don't have to, but you can always search for them to start them up. So, all right, so awesome. We have Microsoft Office 2016 installed on our computers. Again, my Mac users, I heard that Off Access is not available on your Mac. I can't confirm that. Maybe you can for me. But if so, make sure you will find time to access a Windows-based computer so you can access Access 2016. All right, with that, you guys, we'll talk soon. Have a great one. Bye.